Good evening, dread subjects and staff members, and welcome to another data-rich chapter of Blood from a Stone, a tale of love and dread in RPG. My name is Philip, I am the Dreadmaster, and I am joined by some wonderful players. Say good evening, players.
Good
evening,
players.
Well,
hello.
There we go. We have set the table. We have prepared a ttrpg feast for you tonight, and now it is time for gobbling. So, my friends, players, and viewers, I'm so glad that you're all joining us here tonight. Oh, Fable, I didn't tell you about your character you're gonna get dropped into here. Sorry, I already told Jeremy because he has his name up for it, which is upsetting to many people. In any case, how's everyone doing tonight?
Totally super.
Cool.
Great.
We were just having a real normal conversation before we went live, but it's
As
over
always.
now. There was a strict cutoff, and
Everything's going to be normal from here on out.
normal from here on out.
You know us.
I am going to light
Normal.
a cantrip candle for the evening. Now, we are in sort of a rocky kind of desert, but also mountainous area. I think I'm going to light what is genuinely my favorite new scent. So this is a recommend if you're a cantrip candle head.
What scent is that?
Hithmari High Desert. Featuring sagebrush, red clay, and cactus. Right? Yeah, the influencer thing. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
It actually works.
Go.
There's the beautiful little illustration.
Yeah.
So, this at least is what will be in my mind. Since this is not an official cantrip candle game, you don't all have one. They are to sort of light and share in the scent. And I wonder if this is going to be one of those matchboxes that don't... See how much is on the... Yeah. Okay. Say something, someone.
Something.
Someone.
We got this.
We know how to conversate good.
Guys, we're really entertaining without the GM.
We're totally not like lost puppies whenever he leaves the screen.
What the fuck is going on with all of my lighting devices?
We're just...
Like
This
that
is
one
a
time we
disaster.
left. I'm just kind of enjoying watching him try to light this candle.
Oh my god! Am I out of fuel in every
Daddy,
lighter?
Fire in your home.
Daddy, light it.
Go like turn on the stove and hold the candle.
That was the next move, sir.
Wait, really?
Yes, I was going to go turn on my gas stove, and I was probably going to light a match using the stove. Transfer, but the point is...
What does it smell of?
Said.
Sagebrush, red clay, and cactus.
Do you really smell each of those, or what the combination of them? If you had to give one word.
It's
Maybe two words.
Sandy.
I like it.
It smells kind of sandy. So yeah, so fun times. Well, hello everyone. So excited
Hi.
to see you all here. So we've got a fun game here tonight. It's not only about candles, although I'm kind of especially lighting a candle because I usually say all this stuff afterwards, but for these I'll promote a little more. Sunday night. Lore by Candlelight, round 2, Battleborn. Come and join us. You're gonna have the Here Be Dragons cast coming in for their characters. This is a slightly more combat focused one. They all picked player's handbook species. So in our game with some players with Liv and Dan and Laura saying, no one from the player's handbook. Nothing but weird species. That one straight down the line. So that'll be this Sunday. Going to be a lot of fun. Please join us for that. I'm very excited. This is from the Cantrip Candles adventure triptychs that I have written modules for, and we're running them here as sort of a preview of what you can get when you buy this 3-pack of candles in the fall when they return. So yeah, check that out. But now, let's talk about what's going on in this game. Our sort of dread subjects on this island have been experiencing very strange affairs ever since it's been sort of implied, if not fully revealed to them, that they somehow are connected to the memories of people who died in other places off of this island. In a few rare cases, people who came to this island briefly and were eventually killed here. They live in these dread cells. They are referred to as dread subs. They used to have Dr. Partridge looking out for them, but she was murdered, and now they are being sort of handled by someone named Wyna, who they aren't the biggest fan of, because she's a little... I mean, say what you want to about Dr. Partridge. She seemed to have a plan, and Wyna seems to just want to make her little puzzles and find the weird connections between them. One thing that's been happening here is the group are brought in to watch these movies of what's occurring in faraway places. We watched what was happening in Die Leckergarten, where we sort of we checked back in with Mr. Rawlings and with Zeke, as well as some new creatures who had survived by hiding in a big vat from the wall of mist that came through. That viewing ended with a pretty bloody, horrific explosion of things out of beer bottles that nearly cost Montreal his life. But Florence helped heal Montreal in a very Nightingale fashion. And that's a nurse reference because of Florence Nightingale. Or was she an opera singer? Pretty sure nurse. The point is, Wyna gathered the group last time. Oh, you also did meet, I suppose we should mention this. Things kind of got off to a slower start because we met a gentleman last week, a ghost named K.E. Higgins, who knew S.A. Rawlings and kind of was like a weird partial vibe of this guy. K.E. Higgins is a ghost who was trapped in a book called The Thicket of the Green Man, and he sort of gave some extra context about how it now sort of seems to the group like the Green Man maybe was created by Johannes Gerstenkorn and put into Merkshire as kind of like an agent of chaos working against the designs of the Phantom Horse. So, you know, lots of weird stuff going on. But that was all put aside when our new friend Wyna showed up, and after giving Montreal some more blood. Oh yeah, also Montreal's a vampire now because he has a discussing teeth in. So everyone just keep that in the old brain.
Don't forget that, Jakarta.
And they're really digging into your teeth. They're really hurting a lot. It's very unpleasant. But the point is, the group was brought back to watch a new movie, this time focusing on Oksana Smirnov, whom London... It's the only doll of London's that seems to still be alive. They watched the movie, and suddenly we witnessed Oksana being sort of having blood poured over her by this strange, but kind of hot goblin creature named Ond, who used to be called the Soldier of Fortune. That's right, Ond from his solo thing is back. He saved her, dragged her back as he's trying to create an army to fight against the Mistwalkers, his erstwhile sort of, companions. Now he's not a part of it anymore. Oksana saw some degree, would you say that's accurate, of kinship with him as she also was transformed into a new thing, and she's also driven by love. Her love is for a Dreadlord, and he was like, well, okay, then I guess you have
Dread Lady.
A Dread Lady. I guess your Dread Lady is still alive, so good for you. He's like, mine might be dead. He led her out along with his intrepid monster army that he had been gathering in this kind of small cavern within Tabakatos that had survived the mist, including Hangnail, a Sasquatch, Ranchauser, a Bunyip, and Lulu, not pictured, played by Dan, to just probably Dan's most eloquent role he's ever had. His most sparkling conversation, Lulu the Ogre. However, there were some, I made a big deal of saying in a very, kind of lost way, there are some other monsters in the group with them who will be meeting tonight. In any case, the group decided kind of the mist had gone off, sort of reduced down to the point that they could maybe travel through them, so Ond led these monsters and Oksana out, although Oksana is a vampire, so we can call her a monster. And led them out to sort of find their way through this new empty world, but they were out there for a very short amount of time before a form flitted down from the mist overhead, resolving into the Prince of Darkness himself, Dracula, who was relieved that at least one vampire has survived, and seemed to be though he had sort of encountered Soldier of Fortune in the past in Darkmoor back when he was a person, he didn't necessarily recognize Ond, but kind of Ond certainly knew who he was, and there was a sense that we probably share an enemy right now in the form of these Mistwalkers, these ones who now, have created this world that only they could be safe in, and everybody else is so dangerous. Also, there was a moment for Jakarta, London, Zurich, Florence, Montreal, Omaha. Actually, Omaha may not be watching this, but and Dallas, in which Dracula looked right at the camera and sort of acknowledged he was aware that you all are observing him, which was, frightening. I believe it was one of the characters. Dallas was trying to shout out a message to him, and London said, "Shut up! I want to see what's happening with Oksana if she gets back to Dahlia." So there you go. That was just a little fun beat. In any event, Ond explained he wanted to sort of rescue Medina or avenge her. Dracula was like, "Oh wow. Funny you should mention. I just saved Medina Lake by spiriting her away elsewhere. So, if and your friend the boxer who was trying to protect her, he could do nothing because he punched me, but I turned into bats. So the point is, she's alive, she's somewhere else, I got her a ride to another place, but if you wanted, you could follow her." And that is where we left off. So, with that, I will read tonight's invocation for chapter 153 of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. The most futile and disastrous day seems well spent when it is reviewed through the blue, fragrant smoke of a Havana cigar. Okay, so, we will begin here with, Actually, Lauren, would you roll a d13 for me? Just because you hate it the most, and therefore there is drama.
Why do you torture me so?
Mm-hmm.
7.
7. We actually are going to begin in the screening room. So, Jakarta and Florence, the two of you will say, are actually just being led in right now. You've been fetched. You were not present up to this point, but you're kind of being brought in by one of Wyna's assistants, and you're both being handed some rather crudely made dolls. They're not as bad as you did receive this off screen, Jeremy. The doll you got for Barrag was like intern made. Was not great. These dolls look like dolls. They're recognizable as what they're supposed to be. But basically, Jakarta, you have been handed a little jackalope. So kind of like a rabbit with horns. Florence, you have been handed a manticore, which is a sort of kind of human-headed lion with, I think, bat wings and a scorpion tail. I might be missing some chimerical elements, but I think that's the big ones.
Like the front is eagle talons or something like that.
Yeah, the front might be eagle talons. Ooh.
Something. Oh.
No, I think it's just the body of a lion, wings of a
full lion, but just with a scorpion tail. Okay.
But we really have to make a point of the face is human, and that's really upsetting. It's a lion, but the face is human, but it has lion jaws.
Ooh.
That sucks.
Yeah, Manticores are. Look up a classical drawing of a manticore. It's real upsetting.
Wikipedia is horrifying.
Yeah, the Wikipedia one. That doesn't even have the scorpion tail and the wings. Those were added later and other things, but yeah. So in any case, you two were brought in, and if you wanted to, Fable, you could do Florence / Vratch is your pre-generated character's name. You can find Vratch. You can find this character on your sheet. That is the manticore that you're going to be connecting with while viewing this film.
How did you generate these? I'm like a consonant smasher.
Do you really want to know how I came up with the name Vratch?
How you got those scars? What?
It's a ring. It's
my letter ring, baby. Yeah, see? You just roll and there's these two little, like, arrows. So I just roll names. I'll occasionally put some stuff in. Do you want it to be Vratch with no A? That's fine.
Oh, sorry. I'm just...
It's up to that. It can be up to you.
Like the weekend?
VRATCH is what I have it down as, but be whatever you'd like. Cool, then I shall be Donovan. Okay. So in any event, as Jakarta and Florence are let in, CJ Soot is in the middle of, like, not a meltdown, but all right, I don't know a Medina Lake. I've never created someone named Medina Lake. Who is Medina Lake? Wyna? Who is Medina Lake? Who is this person talking about? And Wyna's like, oh, that does sound sort of familiar, actually. What is Medina Lake? I heard that name, right? I know about that. Well, you know about Medina? Have you ever met Medina Lake? Anybody?
No, but that sounds like a city or something.
Medina Lake sounds like a city. I will say that,
like Medina.
Zurich and Montreal definitely remember Medina from various parts of you being in. As does Astrid.
Yeah.
As does.
I don't.
Literally, the only person who does not know Medina is Lauren. Yes, that is
interesting.
So the rest of you all knew Medina
from the train.
You knew Medina you two knew Medina on the train. Actually, all four of you knew Medina on the train, but Montreal and Zurich also knew Medina from Darkmoor.
Yeah, the student. The one who was a little too angry all the time.
So why doesn't she have a person here?
All right, I don't understand, but Dracula said he got her out. Now, Dracula could be lying. A good villain like Dracula is often a liar. You don't have to just take face value. But I really get the impression... Actually, when he says this, Dracula once again looks at the camera and gives this subtle, like... He can hear us. Can he hear us? He can hear us. What? Oh, dear.
What do you mean he can hear us?
Didn't you see? He just looked right down the barrel of the camera.
Wow.
Who's filming?
It's a scrying device. It's a scrying sphere. Don't worry about it. The point is, the mist is actually sort of formed itself into a receptacle. That's how it's pumping back here in real time. Don't worry about it. The point is...
the magical mist. The magical mist.
Montreal, because we're here and we're starting here, my dear friend, I'm so sorry to always do bad stuff, but also it's fun. I'd love for you, while talking, to make a, no, I think it would just be okay, you know what, you could do do a perform roll, actually. 2 dice, 2 d8s.
Yeah, okay. What are my d8s? Let me switch. I got 2 6s.
2 6s. Ooh, okay. Pain. Oh, okay. This is it. Perfect. Okay. So
You
Montreal,
sound too excited to give me pain.
You talk and it's hurting your mouth to talk, and no one you guys can understand what Montreal is saying, but again, Florence and Jakarta, you've seen this before. This glob of paint and blood and saliva just out of like a person on Novocaine, basically. But you understand what he's just whatever sort of he was just saying, but it was rough.
Wait, do we know where we've seen this before?
I'm sorry, you would have seen that in a session when you weren't here last week. Because he did put. Because were you there when he put the things in?
Yeah, the teeth. Yeah.
Florence was there.
This has been happening the longer they're in his mouth.
Man, that's funny.
It's really gross and bad. Also, Montreal, since we'll say it's been a couple hours, go ahead and lose 1 power because the inside of your mouth is so torn up by these things. It's just it's just like canker sores waiting to happen.
Oh, God.
I
don't want to take them out.
Yeah, you don't. That's the thing. You don't want to take them out, but eventually you'll probably have to, and then it's worse. But people are and CJ's just like, okay. The point is, so you all know Medina Lake. Medina Lake is not a dread subject, is she? And Winey goes, I'm really not sure. I don't know. Well, could you check for the love of God, Wina? Could you maybe just partially step up to the plate here for me? Yeah, sure. I'll go. I'll have someone look up. Someone go. Oh, no one's in here. Here, I'll go find one of me people and. Oh yeah, you there? And she just kind of steps out of the door and starts talking to someone.
Yeah, she always talked about how she had like her version of things that wasn't the same as the version that we were experiencing. Like same people, different. Like her Wednesday versus the Wednesday we knew.
The Wednesday character who was summoned.
Yeah.
Didn't she talk about like fictional characters from her world that were like real for us?
Well, isn't everything a fictional character, though?
What? No, what?
They were like, I got the sense that she was in like a nicer place than we were, and everything was kind of reversed.
Are you telling me that Dr. Partridge might have had a dread sub who was not created by us, and she did not disclose this to me?
I don't know the details, but...
I've never heard of this person.
Weiner returns and says, right, yeah, I got it here. Yeah, there's a huge file on Medina. Apparently Dr. Partridge was, and he just grabs it and is like, just keep watching for the love of it. I don't understand what's happening. If Dracula got someone out through the mists, I don't. This is impossible.
Wait, he got someone out?
Isn't that what he just told the? Isn't that what he just told the fella?
Okay, but then you just said it's impossible. But if he did it,
Yeah, but like,
then
what
it's
if
possible.
he's just lying?
Once again,
Did we establish that he's Dracula and could definitely be lying?
On camera, Dracula is like monologuing about something and is kind of lowering the thing, but he does keep kind of glancing over his shoulder at the camera every time.
He keeps doing that.
You guys
It's really
reference
annoying.
like, "Am I lying?"
Yeah.
And it's sort of this like, "I am such a scamp. You do not know. Am I lying?" You
Ooh.
do not.
I
But
do
I
not
mean,
know, guys.
in this case, maybe the best lie is to tell the truth. You know.
I
So
don't
anyway,
know,
the point
guys. I
is-
like the cut of his jib. He seems all right to me.
Seems very similar.
like seems similar, and then Montreal is like,
Okay.
disgusting.
Yeah, I can't even tell who's who.
CJ Soot says, all right, just there's a lot going on here. If Oh, CJ Soot's face is totally, you have no idea. He just stops talking and is just staring at this, kind of reading it in the glow of this. In the meantime, let's jump into the screen. So, on screen, Oksana is there along with Ranchhauser, Hangnail, our dear friend Lulu, the ogre, as well as Ond, and let's just say hypothetically there's like a manticore and a jackalope who are also kind of now prominent in frame.
And also like the size, like I'm like 3 feet tall, like a jackalope or whatever.
I think, yeah, you're bigger than a rabbit, but you're smaller than most of these monsters. Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome.
You're big. It's like you're a rabbit the size of a halfling with big antlers. It's kind of scary. In any case,
You're
kind
native
of,
to Texas.
if Vratch and Scump would like to say anything to Hangnail,
that is-
Ranchhauser while conversations are going on, you're welcome to do so.
Do we know who, like, do I as Vratch, am I attached to Florence?
You have no Vratch and Scump have no conception of Florence. I should give you that. I do apologize. Throwing you in here crazily, forgot you weren't here last week. Vratch and Scump, you have been monsters in Tabakatos, doing whatever monster things you like to do in a world full of monsters. About a week or so ago, everything was covered in mist. You hid in a cave, hoping to survive, and then this weird goblin guy named Ond found you, protected you, and said, you're in my army now. And you guys, whether excitedly or just going along with it, said, okay.
Sure.
That's
You
your
have, like, grass
that's your
and shrubs for
motivation.
me?
And
Yeah.
act.
Great.
Bunny? What are you doing here?
jackalope, actually.
Oh, bunny. You can see like you know when cats do the thing when they're hunting and they put their paws down and their butt starts to wiggle.
Mm-hmm. Oof! But it's a giant scorpion tail. That's scary.
Yeah.
Are they with us right now?
Yeah,
or?
they're with you.
Oh.
Please Hangnail and interact with them. Bring them into the group, please.
She shake that thing.
Are these your... Why does the party grow?
We've been here the whole time.
Party need people.
There are a few other monsters as well. It wasn't just the 4 monsters. Like, there's like 10 monsters total.
Baldy, don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Well, there are other more pressing matters than this.
And is Dracula next to us now?
Dracula and Ond are currently speaking, and Dracula is doing a very verbose kind of... Tell you what. Oh, also... Hey, Fable and Jeremy. This isn't the Fate system. You do have character sheets for this character here.
Oh, yeah.
You have Scump on one side, and you have... if you scroll all the way over Fable, you'll see that you have a character sheet for Vratch. Have you ever played Fate? I know Jeremy has. Cool. Here's how Fate works. It's a very build on the way if you have an aspect you want to add, which is kind of like a character ideal or thing, you can add those in. We probably won't do quite as much with it since it's really just kind of today we're doing this. But you have this huge list of skills on the side. That's just the number of slots you have, so whenever you want to add a skill before rolling it, you can put that skill into the slot, and then you get that bonus on it. You're just trying to roll as high as possible, and you're going to roll a number of d6s, and 1s and 2s count as negative, 3 and 4 count as 0, 5 and 6 count as a +1, and you'll see there's a thing called the ladder that's under the consequences. It's a very intuitive system, you'll pick it up. Sorry, kind of throwing everybody into this. We were talking about other stuff before we went live, and I should have been explaining the system. But instead, we were talking about gobbling. Okay, so, the point being, it's a very special kind of luncheon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there supposed to be a list of the skills?
Nope, you add skills. So basically, anything that you are untrained in, you just roll with no bonus. Anything you don't have as a trained skill or like a specific skill, you just roll flat. So like if you want to, so here we go. Oh yeah, let's do that. I did this for everybody last time too. Let's do a quick sort of tutorial for them and a refresher for Zurich and Montreal. I would like for one of you to either listen to or kind of like do like a kind of like a psychology roll of some kind. I would like for one of you to take the measure of Dracula, this weird vampire who flew down and started talking. I'm of the two new people of Florence or of Scump and Vratch.
What do I roll for this?
So who would like to do it?
I do.
Okay, Scump, perfect. So Scump, you have your open list of skills here. So you can give yourself any bonus. You only have 2 slots for great, 3 slots for good, 1 slot for superb, several for good, several for, 4 for fair, 5 for average. That's the idea. So what slot would you like to put a skill in, or do you just want to roll this one raw and not have a bonus and leave it up to the...
What would the skill be? Like read person or...
Anything, whatever you want to use, we'll put that skill in. This is one of those you really build and customize your character.
This should be, I think this should be assess threat.
Assess threat. Sure, great. Okay, so what level do you want to put assess threat into there?
Good.
Good, please. Put in an assess threat in good, and then roll 4d6s, and tell us what numbers you roll on them.
2, 2, 5, 6.
2, 2, 5, 6. Congratulations, that's a cancel out roll. The 2 is a -1, awesome. The 2 is a -1, the 5 is a +1, the 6 is a +1, 0. But because you have a, go ahead and type in your thing in there, because you have a +3 bonus, you score what is called a good success if you consult the ladder that is under the consequences.
Okay.
So congratulations, Jakarta. You have a read that this is a very powerful creature who certainly poses a threat, but you don't think he's not just here to like eat you guys. He's dangerous, but if you're of use to him, you know, he'll use you, you know, as befits him. You know, the idea that, I mean, On has already told you you're his army, so maybe this guy's like, let's join forces, kind of a vibe. Vratch, I would love for you to do and if you have something, like, if you have a thing you would do if this was just D&D and you knew what all the things were, you could do that. But if you have any goal in this moment, if you don't care about that and you would like to roll to see how many bites it would take you to eat Scump, that is also a fine thing to roll.
I'm gonna say that Vratch is part of this, like, monster army with very, like, little intelligence other than I was promised that I would be given prey.
Okay.
And regularly, and she is hungry, and so she's going to hear Dracula monologuing and kind of start to, like, you know, do the little, like, ear triangulation to assess the scene and see if she can, like, start to, like, hunt basically for food.
Okay, sure. Let's do a listen in that case.
Okay.
So, as you see on your sheet here, kind of like I was saying to Jeremy, you can put listen with any bonus you like. You guys should feel very free to throw all your bonuses in, because this is not an ongoing campaign. Burn these characters, you know, you're not gonna just throw it on. What else are you doing here? So, you could do a great if you just have amazing bonuses. You could do a superb if you want to spend your one superb slot just on the listening ability. Or you could do a good. So you've got a good bonus on it, but it's kind of just an open thing here.
Okay. I will do good.
Good. Okay, cool. So here, I'll even type in a listen for you.
Okay.
So roll 4d6.
Okay. 6, 5, 5, 4.
6, 5, 5, 4. Why, that's a +3. A fantastic roll. The 4 counts as a 0. 5s and 6s count as +1 each. So that's a +3. Combined with your bonus for that from listen gives you a +6. If you look at if you scroll down below the column called consequences, you'll see something called the ladder, and you'll see that a +6 is
fantastic.
A fantastic result. So, here is what you hear right now, Vratch, with your fantastic ears. Your very upsetting. Although I mean, oh wait, does it have cat ears or does it have human ears on the human head? Oh, it's so upsetting. Manticores are rough.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think it has human ears. That's worse.
Oh no.
You've had a fantastic success. I'm just saying it's really upsetting looking.
Oh, I was gonna say some of them have human ears, some of them have lion ears.
Oh, then you can have either one you want. That's fine. I just saw the classic drawing has human ears, and I don't care for it.
I want kitty ears. Give me the kitty ears.
Oh, maybe your listen's so good because you have both.
Ugh.
Ew.
Yeah, ooh, indeed. So here is what you hear with your fantastic result. Dracula and this girl who you were told many times not to eat, who on the goblin threw blood on, this woman Oksana, their hearts aren't even beating. They must be weirdos, because they don't even have a heartbeat. You don't hear any blood pumping inside them. It's very upsetting. Scump has a nice, fast-paced heartbeat, kind of a... Scump would probably be the easiest kill compared to Hangnail and Lulu, who are big. Ranchhauser seems poisonous, but that's maybe not a big deal to you. But Scump seems like might be a good thing to try to eat. Dracula is not good prey. Dracula and Oksana, you suspect, they're just dead flesh. You don't really want to eat that. You're not a monster. So Scump is probably your best bet, but here is the thing that your fantastic result tells you that is very upsetting. This mountain is otherwise dead. You don't hear any fun critters like you usually would feast on. You know, typically a manticore like you'd fly around, you'd gobble a goblin. You know, you'd chow down on a kobold. But right now, the world is dead.
Okay. So I turn to the group and to Scump, and I say, we were promised food, and I am hungry, and you, and she looks at Oksana, are dead, and you are poisonous and large, but your heart beats in your chest so fast.
Why are you
so
looking at
juicy.
Scump like that?
Because you look tasty, and I have nothing to eat, and there is nothing on this mountain to eat, and I was promised food for following this master, and none I found. There's nothing for me to hunt.
There's plenty of food. And I like tear grass out of the ground and hold it up.
And then you smacks it away with her paw. That's not food!
That was perfectly good grass.
Grass unless my tummy's upset.
So you're
Your
not going to
stomach-
finish it?
No.
More
Your
for Scump.
stomach upset and your hunger is no concern to me.
Well,
And she'll turn back to
Scump.
Dracula and Ond.
Scump, I would like for you to make a digestion roll.
Ew!
I'm gonna put that in great, actually.
I love it, Scump. If there's one thing Scump has, it is a fantastic constitution.
Stomach.
Scump's got an iron stomach. All right,
Pretty
Scump.
sure I already know what I want my superb to be for Scump.
I'm already excited. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your 4d6s.
Isn't it 5 for this if it's... Or
No,
it's the...
you always only roll 4 in the fate system.
it's the bonus. Okay,
The
yeah,
bonus is
I
that
get
you get 4, but you only ever roll 4. Yeah.
6, 6, 5, 4.
Hey, a +3 for you. So that is a +7. And if you check on the ladder, +7 is
Epic.
epic.
Yeah.
Epic digestion.
So how great Vratch just listened, even better to Scump choke down this grass. This grass,
it's already shat out.
like Oksana, this grass is dead.
Little fucking jack.
Oh, the grass is dead.
The grass also was killed by the mist. This grass is kind of like not tasty, has a bad flavor, kind of coppery, but you gobble it up, and it is you're able to swallow it, and it doesn't tear you up on the inside. So congratulations.
Very good food.
Good
food
job,
for
Scump. That's right, Scump. Keep eating.
That's how jackalopes do. Good old Scump. All right.
I'm gonna whisper to Vratch. Let him keep eating if we need to.
Wait, let him keep eating?
fatten up the jackalope.
Like we let Jackalope eat. So
In the
That's
meantime,
not a
yeah.
bad idea.
In the meantime, Ranchauser, you have also been sort of, sitting here watching all of this, and based just on how you haven't been talking a lot right now, I would like for you to also make a roll, unless you think you are really paying attention to this conversation. It seems to me that maybe you're paying more attention to Dracula and Ond as they're talking.
Yeah.
So, Ranchauser, please make a roll related to how you want to observe that. If you want to simply use your eyeballs, you can make a look roll. If it kind of is more like an intuitive thing, it could be sort of like a read person or read monster, probably in your case. If you simply want to be like sidling up and listening with your weird bunyip hippo ears, that's fine too.
I think I want to listen with my weird bunyip hippo ears. So
Then
I don't know.
where would you like to put listen on your
Oh, let's just put it in
skills?
great.
He's got great ears and he knows how to use them. All right, so with that, Mr. Bunyip, go ahead and roll 4d6.
Okay. So 1, 2. That's -2.
It's -2.
Correct. And then I have 3, 3. So that's just zeros, correct?
So
Oh, wait.
so sadly, the result of your roll is a -2. But because you're great, your overall score is a +2. Which is, if we look on the ladder, I'm making everyone look on the ladder. It's so dumb that I'm doing this. But do you see what your result is on the ladder? It's underneath consequences.
Mild.
No, you have a fair.
Oh, wait. Oh, the ladder below. I'm sorry. I was looking at the
Sorry, yeah, not the consequences, below the
I see.
consequences.
Fair. Yeah, it's fair.
So it's a fair result. So in other words, you're picking up several words. You're getting the gist of some stuff. The main words you're hearing right now, the main word, what you're hearing is like blah 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 blah, service, blah 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 blah, danger, blah 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 blah, rider. That's what you've heard. And On's response is, tits, rescue, gratitude fuck.
Medina cut that off at the whatever.
What?
Never mind.
I'm just saying what he's saying. Clearly Medina's not interested in him.
She doesn't know yet. She's not seen him in this form.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like those books you read, Lauren.
I kind of mean like,
Yeah,
what
oh,
kind of
last.
orc did he or goblin did he turn into?
I will certainly say that. Let me phrase it like this: he is now in possession of something that the bad dragon would manufacture.
Jesus.
The bad dragon, or
In this universe, it's
In
the
this
bad
universe,
dragon.
just at
It's
the
a
It's just the bad
they
dragon.
also they make them on site at the bad dragon here. But yeah.
It's a tavern thing run by a wyvern, or like a little shop. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
The Bad
Well,
Dragon Factory is
It's
just
the
in this realm.
I don't know what it would be called. The member of fortune. I'm not sure what the term for it would be. Weapon of fortune. Yeah, the mercenary. Anyway, the point is,
it would still be called the Soldier of Fortune.
it's just called the soldier of fortune.
Yeah.
It can
Jesus.
it's ready for deployment. In any case, what so basically, Ranchhauser, that is what you hear of this kind of conversation between the two of them.
Ranchhauser just continues to listen.
Oksana, On has sort of revived you, saved you, led you out. You are now surrounded by very weird monsters. We're talking about eating each other. What are you up to? What do you want to do right now?
Well, she's trying to make a plan with Dracula and Ond.
So you want to
get
join their
Dahlia.
conversation?
Yeah, she's been in their conversation.
Okay.
She's not engaging.
Oh, I think we've just had you talking to them since you've been talking to them.
Oh, she was in my head. She was with Dracula and Ond, and she was just shouting over her shoulder to the monsters who were
Understood. Gotcha.
talking about their stomachs.
Well, we can
Keep
say
it
you
good
sort
for
of can
us.
step back over to them now as they're sort of having a thing. Kind of Dracula looks and says, "Ah, Oksana, vampire, but not of my own creation or lineage. It is interesting. You seem to stem from the vampires of the Legergerten. You are of the lineage of Johannes Gerstenkorn, and yet you do not show the signs of the sort of plant-like wheat and growth that is in so many vampires. You were created by you were sired by one of these vampires.
If that is what you call it, yes.
Interesting. It appears that in different Dreadlands for a time they were keeping the rules. So, Oksana, what is it you desire? I have understood what Ond wants, and I approve of it because it is love. Oh, before I ask you this, I want to sort of, how shall I say this, Oksana? Let us get these stupid elements out of the way, and then sort of focus on things that might be worth my time. My dear friend, monsters, children of the night, do any of you happen to be in love?
Children of the night.
Well, you know, I try to give them a bit of
Stump
respect.
looks up. Eating grinds.
Oh, there is a jackalope. I did not see him. Haha, that is... Oh, a manticore. Hello. Good evening. So, monsters, are any of you happen to be driven by love? Or is any of you have in your truest heart that your motivation is love and desire? Whether it is to... yes, my Sasquatch friend.
But for my superb skill, how much creativity can I have with it?
Please, what do you want to say?
I want Hangnail superb skill to be philosophy.
Perfect. Okay, so Hangnail, go ahead and put in philosophy and superb. Excellent. Excellent and fun option. Oh, by the way, you guys have fate points. You can use those to re-roll if you ever hate your roll. Didn't mention
okay,
that.
alright.
Sorry. Yeah. You just have 2 every session. You're fine. Okay. Or 3 every session. Except for Ranchhauser, who has 2 because you have a cool stunt. So it costs you fate points if you have your lasers. That's the thing. Okay, so what is it that you're going to use philosophy to do in response to this question?
Dracula's asking, are we motivated by love? And I want Hangnail to give an incredibly deep and philosophical answer.
Understood. So Hangnail, go ahead and roll 4d6.
Yeah, right. I got 3, 3, 1, 2.
So Hangnail,
1, 2.
that is a -2.
Damn.
Which is going to sort of cut you down from a 5 to a 3, which is still, if you look on the ladder, that is still a good result. Which is nice about being someone of your sort of stature, that even when you fail, you're still pretty good. However, if you wanted to, I just talked about this, you could spend one of your 3 fate points for the session and re-roll that.
I want to re-roll it.
Understood. All right. We'll dock you a fate point. Go ahead and roll your 4d6 once again.
I got 4, 4, 3, 2.
That is a -1, so better.
Better.
A 4. It's a great result.
I'll take it.
Understood. So with a great result from Hangnail, he begins to sort of wax poetically on the nature of love. Hangnail, just out of curiosity, are you actually motivated by love, or you're just talking about how everything is done for love or reasons, or what even is love?
You know, Hangnail will sit on a rock,
Okay.
cross his legs, and say, I believe I felt love before. His voice just changes. He can speak the complete sentence.
Sure. Yeah, up to this point he's been, yeah.
I believe I felt love before, but in a world full of death and as fleeting as this, I sometimes wonder, what even is love? But as I wax poetically, I hope to find out one day. I do.
Brilliant. What is your name again, my Sasquatch friend?
Hangnail.
This is regrettable. Anybody else? Anyone else full of a former partner you hope to get back, someone you wish to avenge, someone broke your heart, and now you are glad they have had their life sucked out of them by the beast?
Scump has left many times.
So Ranchhauser, you like fish. And did you say your name is Scump?
Scump's name is Scump, yes.
Once again, regrettable. And you have been in love many times.
Yes.
So
Scump
he's a
has
rabbit.
50 children.
I see. Understood. So you have... The Scump genes were well represented before the world was flooded by these wicked mistwalkers. Is this correct? So you hope to find other sort of rabbit-like creatures and you can procreate once again.
Also grass. Scump loves grass.
Here, have more grass.
I see. He'll sort of turn to the Manticore, who has not answered this question. And you, my Manticore friend, are you driven by love, or do you only hunger? For I also know this.
She stalks slowly towards him, sizing up that he is also a hunter. And she says, love. I love the game, the chase, the hunt. I love all of it, and I live for it, as I do believe you do too. Do you not?
And my friend, you have a beautiful group of lovers, motivated by things that are either beautifully put, he turns to Hangnail, or beautifully felt, he turns to Vratch, or I mean, a Manticore who simply straight fucks. Or a jackalope.
Jackalope.
This jackalope just jackhammers, and I mean it. Would that you could have met Everett. I would have been intrigued. So, in any case, Oksana. Now that we've gotten this, now that I've sort of gone through this, and I must say I'm impressed, please do not disappoint me. Do you also love?
All of these creatures have spoken of love in a way that they do not understand. I am immortal. Dahlia is immortal. I am
Dahlia.
trying to find her so that we can live in our love forever.
The robot woman. Dahlia the Heartless is the one you
Yes.
love. He then also turns and like laughs off in a weird direction for a second. Meanwhile, back in the screening room, you guys see him looking at the camera like.
God, that never stops being weird.
I hate it. It's
Yeah. Why does he keep looking at the screen like that?
I don't know.
Really upsetting.
Does he know we're here?
And
Think
he
so.
Like, can he see us?
Dallas will be like, yeah, that's what I was trying to ask him, and you said you didn't care. You just wanted to hear what Oksana had to say.
Okay, sorry. But I do. And she'll, like, zone back in.
Understood, you guys turn, but at this point, CJ Soot says, all right. Listen to me very well. You, London, I think you have the best opportunity for this, but the rest of you, with your little monsters there, you've all, Jakarta, Zurich, Florence, Montreal, Dallas, are you connected to the monsters that you sort of, that you have dolls of? Do you feel any kinship? Are you reading into them any more than simply, what's on the screen? And to answer this, I need each of you to make a read person roll on those character sheets.
Oh, shit.
But not me, right?
You're going to as well, but
Wait, on our current
on your Zurich sheet.
card sheet, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zurich, Montreal, Florence, and Jakarta must make a read
No.
person roll. Jakarta, you are not connected with Scump.
I have a 2 on read person.
I understand. Also, it's fucking Scump. I would have raised the DC on this, honestly.
No, it's a fucking jackalope. What am I supposed to get out of that?
CJ, so it's like, I don't know. We sort of brushed these out. Montreal?
I got 2 2s.
Montreal.
It's D8s, right?
It is D8s, yes, so sorry.
Oh.
How many
Oh.
systems can we do in a
I
night?
forgot. I was only D6s. Never mind.
Yeah, Montreal. Honestly, probably the way that Hangnail is being so philosophical, you are drawn to that. You are kind of.
Can I have a spit bucket?
Sure, yeah, somebody would have brought you a spittoon. It's probably an empty popcorn tub, honestly. Yeah.
Just gonna go, just so I can clear my mouth and talk.
Yeah.
That is so gross.
Yes, I believe I feel in Mr. Hangnail. As the seasons change and the leaves fall, that love is fleeting but beautiful.
Okay, please roll a perform roll. Let's see if he got any of that.
Let's see, where is it?
It's just 2d8s for you.
You know what? I'm gonna spend one of my points. I want that to be a 3.
Oh, understood. Okay. He's like, I've got to improve this a little. Okay. Oh, you're spending a remaining. Here, I'll update that for you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Thanks. 2 5s.
You managed to get the basic words out, and it sort of, CJ's like, oh, so there is a connection. You have a connection. Zurich, did you have a connection?
Yeah, and I rolled a pair of one because I would roll a pair of. I used D6s first, and I realized the wrong one. And then I rolled my D8s, and I got a pair of 1s, which is my
It is your.
my little thing.
That's so true. Please roll a D13.
All right, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
Love it.
It's a 1.
A 1. Congratulations. No horrible thing happens. But yes, you do have you're vibing with Ranchhauser to some extent. And Florence, how did you do on this roll?
5 and a 1, baby.
A 5 and a 1.
But wait, no, we're good. I was like, oh shit, is that astrophobia? But no, we're good.
There you go. Oh, well, I mean, it's in this case you can fully avoid it by simply choosing to not offer whichever one would be astrophobia. In this case, neither is. So you're great. We'll say though with a single thing, yeah, you're not Vratch. Vratch is cool, but this is too weird. Honestly, it almost makes sense that Scump and Vratch are too far out of this because also you two just entered. Hangnail and Ranchhauser have been with these characters a little longer, so maybe they're kind of getting a vibe of them a little more.
I don't feel anything. It's a cool manticore though.
Okay, so CJ Soot is listening and saying, all right, very good. Okay, so that means that Zurich and Montreal, perhaps you can be a backup. All right, London, I need you to do something. You have a connection to this Oksana. You've considered this doll many times, haven't you? You've been connected to her. You've been meditating over her, right? It's
Yeah.
And in fact, this is the doll you have the biggest bonus on.
Yep.
I need you to try to communicate with her. I need you to get her to ask Dracula about where Medina is and how he got her out.
Why?
Because that's what we need to know, Oksana. That's the most important. Or London. That's why you're here.
Is it gonna help us get out?
Get out of what?
This.
You want to get out?
Well, I don't want to be stuck on this fucking island my whole life, however long that is.
He's quiet for a moment and then he says, my goal is not to help you escape, but think about this logically for a moment. If someone's gotten out, this is an opportunity for you to find out about it along with me, rather than for me to find out about it all by myself and not share the intel.
Okay, that's... Logic checks out, sure.
Okay, so I need you to make a detect vibe. You may add your Oksana bonus.
So 7.
If it is 7, it is 7.
Nice. I'm just checking because
I
because
will-
I'm working in so many systems.
Sorry, no, let me look. It is 7. 7d8. Yes.
Thank you. 3, 4, 5, 6,
7d8s.
78. Okay. All right, baby. Oh no, it's not even that much. 2 2s and 2 4s.
2 2s and 2 4s. Would you like to spend 3 power to re-roll that whole thing? Would you like to spend
Did
5?
we regain any power?
You have not regained power. No, this we picked up right from the last time, so we have not regained
Okay, and I'm sorry, it's 3.
3, you
power?
could just re-roll the whole thing.
Okay.
Cool. I'll mark you down. Go for it. London, you're definitely getting a connection, but you don't think you can't send a message like that with a second degree.
Oh.
What do we got?
2 8s and 2 6s.
2 8s and 2 6s. 8 counts as a third degree success for this roll, however.
You know what? I'll do that,
Okay.
even though it's bad. Evil vibes.
With 2 8s as you go for this sort of 13 for this kind of... You put the thought in Oksana's head. You're just like, how do you sort of frame it? Like, what you know what CJ Soot has told you. What are you thinking to Oksana? What are you trying to get her to sort of wonder about and say?
Has she heard anything about Medina in this?
You just heard, I mean, everyone was just talking about her. This mysterious person. You're the only person who's never encountered her.
No, Oksana. Because I'm trying to
Oksana
think
does not know
about-
Medina.
Oh, but Dracula wouldn't necessarily know that she doesn't know.
Dracula
Okay.
doesn't know that she doesn't know, and you have just heard about Medina from Horny Aunt. And he's been
Okay.
talking to Dracula about her. And he's been, and you the last thing you overheard him while the monsters were talking is he said something about, you know Aunt used the words the rack department, but you're not sure what, like, yeah.
Okay, no, Medina or who am I? London will try to send Oksana the thought that Medina escaped with Dracula. You can escape with Dahlia. She'll try to
Okay.
put that in it so that in the hopes that Oksana will phrase it as, you helped this girl get out. How did you do it?
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so you try to put this thought in her mind. On your Oksana sheet, I'd like you to roll an insight check. This is the third system of the night. She's just using 5e. So that's a d20, and you add 2.
Okay. Let's go. Shit! That's just an 8.
I would say that Oksana does not, in basically that gap you were trying to get Oksana to, that does not happen. And instead, all Oksana is thinking is literally what you said. Is literally this Dracula, I could escape with Dahlia. That's kind of all that's on your mind. It is not Medina focused. It's I want to escape with Dahlia.
I'm going to check with you before I say this in game. Could she say, "I want to escape with Dahlia"? How do we get out? Or
Yeah.
you know.
Dracula says, "Ah, I see. You wish to. Unfortunately for you, Dahlia is tethered to her domain. The only exit for her is death."
But the mists have been broken.
True.
There are no borders.
She can wander within,
altogether?
but she is still intrinsic to this place as a dreadlord. Your best bet to be free with her is to find her and to serve her. And to bring her to our side.
We just want to live.
Would that we all could live, but my dear, you are already dead.
You know what I mean. It is a figure of speech. We are eternal. We can love each other forever.
Oh. You think... Go ahead, Ranchhauser.
I was gonna say, Ranchhauser, he's standing there.
Mm-hmm.
What side are we talking about?
Dracula sort of pauses and says, "There is a battle coming. My forces have been greatly depleted. The forces of the enemy have been drastically enhanced with the mists that have spread. Our side is the side of freedom. Their side is the side of mist. Their side is the side of choking, purple hatred which swirls over our heads. I have some power to resist it. As does he points to Ond. The rest of you are only alive because he saved you."
Thanks.
Yeah, don't mention it.
If I get her to fight for us and we win this battle, this war,
Yes.
you will help me figure out a way to get us out.
I do not make promises I don't keep. I am not a liar.
Dracula, we have forever.
I will certainly give you what assistance I can, but for you to escape this place, it will be difficult for her. I have heard only of one Dreadlord who has ever escaped Dreadland, and it was not here.
How? Who?
Through an ally of mine.
An ally?
His name was Igor.
Igor.
But
How
Was he
did
also
he
immortal?
escape?
he escaped through subterfuge. He escaped because no one understood him to be the Dreadlord. Dahlia is too well known. The dark powers will not let her go.
Well,
Maisie will not let her go.
then I will kill this Macy.
That is the spirit. Yes. So you will join. Our forces can combine. Is this correct?
How do we know what they look like?
Oh, when the time comes, the Mistwalkers, you will know them.
You have a
Do you
deal.
eat them?
I would love for you to eat them.
Once again, your hunger is no concern with me. She will go up to Dracula and hold her hand out to shake his hand.
He takes your hand and kisses it,
Ugh.
biting it and exchanging blood, and then offering his own hand for you to do the same.
Vampire handshake.
A vampiric contract.
She does the same.
Oh shit.
What are we eating?
Grass.
Just keep eating, buddy.
Dracula says, very well, then Oksana. Who here has already put listen into their fate sheets? Who here has listen on their sheets already? I believe it is Ranchauser and Vratch.
I probably should, given how big my ears must be.
You
It'd
should,
be
but
embarrassing if you didn't.
oh, okay. Tell you what. If actually, yes, perfect. Everyone put listen on your all fate users put listen on your sheet. So
Okay.
That's gonna be my other grade, by the way.
that's your other great. Okay. If you want to wind up putting it real low, that's totally fine. But everyone have listen somewhere on your sheet.
Mine
And
is only good because I have human listening, but cat ears. I'm a busted creature.
Lord, so
We'll
upset.
put mine in fair.
Fair. Perfect. All right. So, and yours is good. Okay, so those of you with great being Ranchauser and Scump and also Oksana, you all hear pounding footsteps, pounding hoofbeats.
Food.
Oh, I hear some coming. Hoofs.
What direction?
I think. Oh, Ranchauser, you have navigation. Go ahead and give me a navigation roll. So roll 4d6, and let's see if you can determine where it's coming from. You have navigate.
6441. So that's
6 4 4 1. It's a 0. So it's just a +3. Evens
Which
out.
is-
Good result.
good.
This is tough.
Yes, you basically look and you're able to point it out to everyone.
And over there.
Can Vratch fly up to see what it is?
Absolutely. Yeah. Where do you want to put fly? You're able to do it, but we'll have you roll for it and kind of so yeah. What level you want to put fly on? Great. Love it. All right. You're a great flyer, so go ahead and roll your 4d6s.
Okay. 4d6s. 1, 3, 4, 5.
1, 3, 4, 5. Even, baby! The 1 and the 5 cancel out. The 3 and 4s are zeros. By the way, the most common thing you roll is a flat 0 on it. So there you go. So with a 0, you still have a great result with a +4. So you manage to sort of fly up and you're seeing it, and you see charging kind of out of the purple clouds is a black horse with a hooded figure on top of it.
Does the figure see me?
The figure makes no movement or response to you.
Okay, and there's nothing else that I can see.
That's the only thing you see, but even though it is running through the air, each hoof beat is like thundering like it's on the ground.
Okay. I'll dive back down on like land and say there's a hooded, dark, death-like creature on a horse coming towards us through the purple mists.
Dracula, do you know who this is?
My aforementioned ally. And I believe this is your ride. If you survive this, I am sure that Medina will be happy to have your service. And Ond goes, sounds good. Never been opposed to a challenge. All right, I guess that means Oksana's in charge, huh? I would suggest such a thing indeed. General Oksana.
General.
You will be leading my army, of course, for if he can survive what comes, it will be up to Ond now. He's kind of looking and kind of starts leaning back, and Dracula says, "Run. He will not slow much for you." And and On says, "Understood. Good luck getting with your robot girl, by the way."
Good luck with your human.
Damn straight. He starts like running really fast, and again, he's like kind of cut for like a goblin thing, you know. He's not purely a goblin, and he's got that mustache, which I don't know. It always kind of worked on him in his other form. He also has this huge sword on his back because he did get that back when he killed that goblin witch with it. That scene was so cool. Anyway, so he is running. So at this point, my friends, I need someone. Zane, would you please roll a d13? You are rolling on behalf of Maisie, just so you know.
Okay, and are you rolling a d13 because we need somebody to roll for book as well? So
I am rolling a d13 on behalf of my man Und.
Thank you, but
that's a 10 for Maisie.
That's rough, McGuff, Chicago, Illinois. Oh boy. So as this happens, ooh, actually, okay. Oh my God, we're gonna do this. In the room, in the screening room, CJ Soot fully does this. Cigarette falls out of mouth.
Who noticed?
What the hell is that?
What?
Get me research and development here. That's not the Phantom Horse. What is that thing?
A phantom? What the hell are you talking about?
Like, wait, this isn't the Dreadlord?
No, that is not a Dreadlord. I don't know what that is.
You didn't write this?
I've told you I don't write what's happening. I write the backstories of...
Okay, but like y'all didn't write this all as a collective?
No, that's not ours. That's not a part of ours. Can somebody find out what's happening? We're about to be in... And somebody's like on the phone talking to research development and saying, kind of explaining, tell them that there's a horse, but it is not the Phantom Horse, but it's very similar and it's riding out of the sky. And Dracula says it's gonna get that former Mistwalker out of here. From Montreal's just like... You know what?
Yeah, man.
Yes, actually, let's heighten the craziness. Montreal. I'm going to say to you that at this point, the pain and the discomfort is becoming too much. You were told you would not be able to keep this in your mouth. Like you'd have a limited number of times that you could remove it. But you're beginning to think that you maybe need to get this thing out and put it in another time. It's becoming untenable.
I will attempt to take the teeth out of my mouth.
Understood. Wonderful, sir.
I'll give everyone a warning that they won't understand, though.
Shut up, we're trying to listen.
Montreal.
I think he's...
Yeah, can I use some of the like medicine stuff?
Absolutely, yeah, great idea. Florence, why don't you give me Florence, give me a medicine roll to simply like try to assist him with removing them because he seems to be having some trouble.
London isn't being uncaring. She just isn't. She doesn't know what's going on. She's like, everybody, shut up.
Of course.
You hear Florence kind of go, "You're welcome, darling," but it's like it's not in the word, like not in the accent that she normally has. And then she says, "Now hold still," and it's Astrid. But like not, she doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
Like she just has the memories.
Just doing it.
And so so she starts.
I want Montreal to catch on like.
Montreal's like, oh, is it on? Oh my God, when these are out, is it on? So Florence, go ahead and roll your medicine. That's 5d8.
Okay, hold on. 5d8.
Oh man, and I love that I'm holding the Night Rider to suspense because what you guys see on screen is that the mist is like forming into this like horrible like front that is like going up against the Nightmare Rider, like trying to stop. So basically, you see Aunt has hopped onto it and is beginning to like ride up towards it. And as the camera's kind of like on Aunt, he's like, "Oh no, this is gonna be rough, isn't it?" And he kind of looks back to the guy, and he's like, "You got this, buddy? Hey, buddy, you got this?" And he's sort of shaking this figure on it, and goes, "Oh shit, my mistake." And then he sort of leans forward kind of past the figure and starts like slapping the horse and going, "Hey, you got this, buddy. You got this. You're gonna be. This is gonna be okay." And the horse kind of just kind of snarls and begins to thunderous. Meanwhile, Florence, what do you got?
3 1s and 8 and 4.
3 1s, an 8 and a 4. Well, 3 1s is pretty damn good. But sadly, it's not astrophobia, which would have made it chef's kiss.
No.
So, with 3 1s, a 3rd degree success. Oh yeah, we'll roll much lower for this then. Great. Okay. So, Montreal, Florence helps you extract this, but Florence, as you're pulling these teeth, literally, out, like, the amount of, like, cutting up of the inside of his mouth that's happening from, like, because they go over, you know, like, the in front of and behind, just, like, his lips is just horrible. And he already has many wounds from when there was a plant thing in there. So it's like, this guy's mouth is rough. It's bad news. Don't drink lemonade. But
Oh, God.
as this is happening, because of your 3rd degree success, I'm gonna bump down the pain of what's going on here. So, what horrible die will I use for this? Ooh, yeah, let's use this one. That's appropriate looking for it. Okay. The teeth are removed, and Montreal. In the pain of it, Florence has greatly lessened how bad this was going to be. You lose 3 power from both your current and your maximum. And Florence, you notice that all the blood that this has cut up, as you pull the teeth out, the blood all sucks into these painted cartoon fangs, and as you pull them out, they are now totally clean. They have absorbed all the blood. They have absorbed his life force.
Montreal, you are aware that these were literally sucking the life out of you, right? How you doing now, bud? Yeah. Yeah, let's sit you down. Like,
The good news, however, Montreal, you can talk freely now.
oh, okay.
So congratulations.
Yeah, I mean,
You
at
no
least
longer have those.
you're alive, man. Because like, without those, you almost died. But like, maybe don't use those
Just-
again.
While laying down, just do that.
You can snap them back into the case for when you need to do it. Very good. Okay, cool. In the meantime, CJ Soot is so, like, this is going on as like there's like a crazy ride in the front, and CJ Soot's like, we gotta try it, whatever thing. All right. This is gonna be a best of 3 situation between my friend, the Soldier of Fortune. An 11 or a 12 will keep him in it. A 13 will also keep him in it, but in a bad way. Oof, but it's a 5. The mists overtake him, and he begins coughing horribly. But he's not down. He's like, can't. Come on, can't we? And like the mists are like buffeting him, and he's like having to hold on to this. At this point, the rider on this horse falls off. The hooded figure just falls off. He's like, ah. So he kind of now just positions him ready, and he's like, damn it, is there any way out? And the mists are just swirling and buffeting him, and they're like not being able to get out, and he's being like pulled off, and he's barely hanging on. Zurich, actually, should different people roll it, or let Zane do this? Let's let Zane do it. Zane, roll a D13.
5.
Okay, come on. Come on. You can beat a 5, right? A 6.
Oh!
He just skates by. So now it is all coming down to the wire as he is just like he pulls up in the mist, but he and the Nightmare Rider manage to like push their way through. Meanwhile, Scump, Oksana, Ramchauser, Vratch, and Hangnail, you're all kind of watching this tiny figure sort of receding into the mist of that as Dracula sort of stands there. If anyone wants to first put points into look, Oksana, you can just roll a perception check, but the rest of you, if you want to use a skill slot for looking, you may do so now.
Already got one.
I already have one for a Hangnail. Love it. Okay, so you'll roll. Anybody else gonna do that?
Look, I'm gonna put some in look. Wait, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not natural. 13.
A 13. Okay, you really can't see much. It's pretty tough. Okay, So, Zurich, how'd we do?
2, 2, 3, 5.
2, 2, 3, 5. So sadly, that's a -1 total.
And I put it in great.
In great. Okay, so it's a +3 for you. Okay, so you are certainly seeing. You can tell that something fell off, but it's flowing. So you can tell that the figure who was on it just fell off, but still on the flying horse. Jakarta, how did you do? Or are you rolling? Or sorry, Scump, are you even rolling on this? Scump's just eating grass.
Yeah, no, Scump would not be paying attention.
Scump's like, more grass. Great. Vratch, did you roll for this?
Yes, I got 2 3s, a 6, and 4.
2 3s, a 6, and a 4. Okay, so that will be a +1. And have you put points into look?
Yeah, I did great.
Into great. Oh, okay, wonderful. So yes, you can very sharply. So if you put it into great and you have a +1, then you have a superb. So you're really spotting this. Hangnail, how did you do?
I got a 6, 1, and 2 3s.
6, 1, 2, 3s. Flat roll with you. So you have a 3 in look. So basically Hangnail and Ramchauser can kind of see. You guys saw that a figure fell off. Oksana, you kind of can see that, but you can sort of still see the form of it. But Vratch, you're able to give much more if you want to sort of tell them what's going on. You can give them much more. Like, okay, oh, he's trying to fly over it. Okay, now he's trying to fly under. He's always barely holding on. Oh, a gust of mist. Oh, he's coughing. You know, you're seeing him more sharply through the mist and haze in the distance.
Mm.
But at this, it's a best of 3. It comes down to this. Ramchauser, please roll. Or Zurich, Zane. You there. Hello there. Please roll a d13.
It was a.
It's a 10 again, baby. Oh, good luck. Good luck. Wow.
I need to show it to you, but there'll be no way you'll see it.
12?
Do you see what it is? Do you see what it is? Do you see what it is?
No.
No.
Oh.
12, 13.
Oh,
Ah,
13. I do believe in miracles. Okay, what this means. Oh, I know what this means. Oh, I forget what I thought it means. But, it's gonna be, oh no, it's gonna be so bad. Okay, so, the Soldier of Fortune, Ond. Basically, the mist once again coalesce and are buffeting him.
The goblin formerly known.
The goblin formerly known as the Soldier of Fortune, the Ond of Fortune. He just sort of howls, and he pulls his sword off of his back, and he stands up on the horse like a Dothraki. And he's like he's just like holding onto it. He's just like, ah! And he starts cutting through the mist. He like carves his way through the mist. The mists are pulling at him. They're like pulling on his sword, trying to pull it back. And in fact, with one, what?
No, I just said, oh boy.
Yeah, with one stroke, he swings as hard as he can, and he sort of seems to like cut into the mist. The sword goes flying from his hand. But
Oh,
the Nightmare Rider puts on one last galloping burst of speed, and he falls backwards, his hand kind of tied up in the thing, and they disappear from Vratch's view.
both of them.
Both of them. Maybe they were swallowed up by the mist, but you're not. Something about it feels. Actually, Vratch, make another one. Make another. Give me another one, Vratch. Do a follow-up look.
You still see Vratch?
What's
Roll
hold
your
on.
roll your
think they're
46. And,
Can she like start like hovering a little bit over the ground?
yeah, you can kind of fly up to kind of. Yeah, it's honestly that's probably why you've even had a little more success so far.
A 2, a 4, a 5, and a 6.
2, 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, that's a +1. That gets you from a +1. That gets you to a superb.
Nice!
Yes, you can tell that though they've disappeared into the mist, something looked very strange to you, Vratch. In fact, Vratch, would you, in another skill, I want you to put call it like investigate or like analyze, reason. I want you to kind of like, it's kind of like deduction, a sort of a critical thinking, any term like that. Which would you like to use? This is you trying to figure out what you've just seen.
What I've just seen. Okay, what, analyze?
Yeah.
I guess I could put it in superb.
You know what? It's after 9. I get it.
After 9.
Let's
fuck
just do it.
Let's do it.
Within analyze. Okay, roll your 4d6s.
Okay.
Have you ever played Fate, by the way?
No, I've
This is
never
Fate.
played Fate.
Yeah.
2 2s, a 4, and a 6.
2 2s, 4 and a 6. That gets you to a -1 from it. So you wind up with a great result. So I will say that with a great result, it is your suspicion that you heard Dracula talking about escaping. You think that they were not swallowed by the mist. You think that they have broken through the mist.
I think they've broken through. The mists.
Who has? What?
Just keep eating grass, scum.
Okay.
Do you hear that?
He made it.
He made it. He is free. He is free of you.
Wait, he pointed at me?
No, he's pointing at the sky.
Oh, I was like,
In response,
Where's he gonna go now?
where is he going to go? He travels to his love. He will be with Medina sooner than he realizes. He then once again just looks kind of off axis from all of you right at something. And those of you in the screening room,
Did we see that in the screening room?
you guys all saw this in the screening room.
Did the mist
London-
zoom in to them? Like, did we have the, like, good view?
You had a very good view of him escaping, yes.
London's gonna be like, who the hell is Medina?
She had a chip on her shoulder the whole time, but I think she was just in the wrong place.
Well, I
She
mean,
seemed really out of place.
okay,
Like a
but
high schooler, right?
Bring.
what's that?
Bring. A telephone is ringing in this room.
London will go and answer it. Oh no.
London, you. Oh, and by the way, I rolled a 13. I haven't rolled for a horror
Got
search
it.
yet. Because that
That's what I
counts.
was
I didn't
gonna say.
advance the
That's
thing.
fine.
I was too
Yeah,
busy
that was
letting my
Forget what
mana.
you don't get to, right?
Aren't you glad you answered the phone, London?
Did you advance the clock for the?
I advanced the clock for yours. That went from 7 to 8, but I didn't do it for mine. Hey, Book and Dagger, thanks so much for your continued presence here.
Like, thank you, but also,
Because that means my 13 got to count. But now let's see if it's a horror surge, because boy, what a time. No, it's a 2. Oh. Okay. London, you walk over to this phone. The phone is purple.
is there a caller ID or anything? Or
No,
is
it's
it
like it's a real old-fashioned. It's not like a rotary phone.
Wait, is CJ there?
CJ sits there. London, as you walk over to it, though, I want you to roll what we do for this is research. So it's 2d8.
Oh god. Okay. A 4 and a 5. Nada.
No. Okay. Yeah, you're walking over to it. It's a purple phone.
Well, okay, if she sees it's purple, she's gonna look over at CJ.
CJ's staring at it.
You can answer the phone.
Should we answer it? Yeah.
CJ, who's calling on that
Pick it
phone?
up.
Where'd
Yeah,
you
go
call?
ahead. Go ahead, London. Answer it.
Is it gonna kill me?
Just put it up to his.
Well,
Ears.
hold on. Is it gonna kill me? CJ.
His face is unreadable. It's covered in smoke.
Okay, can you confirm? Because I can't tell what your expression is.
Wyna kind of comes in and is like, "Is there a phone ringing? Wait, what's
Yeah.
that phone? I never seen that phone before."
Suspicious.
Why not? I think you
never-
can answer it.
London will answer it. And
She's
say,
got balls.
hello?
Tell them I'm not happy and someone is going to pay.
Who is this?
Click.
Well, that's very on par.
What they say?
I'm not happy, and someone is going to pay. And she'll look at CJ. What does that mean?
Why did you answer that phone? Wine
You
said you'd
didn't
never
say
seen it
not
before. That was
to.
crazy.
Also-
Why would you pick that up?
Okay, you didn't say not to. I specifically asked you for a verbal confirmation or denial, and you didn't. You
You
just
little
stood there in
bit.
your little
Pushed
smoke.
out there, man.
CJ looks at all of you and says, "What's the difference?"
Okay, well, I thought this was a lesson in fear. You couldn't even answer a fucking phone,
What
so
did they
or
sound like?
dread, whatever.
What did they sound like?
Wait, was it male or female? Because I can't tell what you were going for.
The voice. Go ahead and make an analyze roll, London.
Okay. I only have 2. A 4 and a 3.
You have no idea. It's hard to hear.
I don't know. It was staticky, kind of hard to hear. Just, generally threatening.
Sounded non-binary.
I couldn't tell what they were. Like, creature-wise, gender-wise, anything.
Who would even have the means to make anyone in this facility pay?
I
Who
mean,
would be
Maybe
responsible?
the boss.
We
Is
did.
it that fucking doll?
CJ
Doll?
Did I just talk to the doll?
just sort of pauses and says,
Whoa.
"I think that's probably enough movie for the day." And he kind
Okay,
of walks over to.
I would like to go
God,
home.
can anybody in this whole fucking building not speak in riddles for like 10 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is a lesson in dread. Why don't you face it for once, CJ?
Yeah, take that, CJ.
CJ kind of
Dick.
just looks at you and says, "You want a real lesson in dread? Fine.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Me
fuck.
enough. Why don't you?
Believe me, my lesson's coming. All our lessons coming very soon."
Okay, yeah, more riddles. Good call, Jakarta.
Oh, it's not
Nope.
a riddle at all. We're all going to die.
Oh,
We've all
shit.
died so many
Okay,
times.
so-
What does it even matter?
You've
Yeah,
never died
exactly.
before.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I have the memories of so many people, and I remember their deaths. I also accept that it could happen at any time. That, whatever, maybe doll, could be after me. Who
But if-
knows? It could be after you, though, too, CJ, couldn't it?
It's after
And you're
all of us.
scared.
We've all
because
failed
you-
it, that's the point.
I think I'm
What
already
did it want
dying.
you to do in the first place?
Oh, so we have to please this doll? Or whatever that is?
So Maisie has been behind all of this?
Oh, God.
Remember Maisie?
I don't remember Maisie. Do I remember
I
Maisie?
do. I
Okay.
do.
You don't
Maisie-
remember
I'm
Maisie.
pretty sure.
Jakarta, London, and Zurich are familiar with Maisie.
Yeah.
Maisie's a dreadlord. And, like,
Oh.
Maisie is not a dreadlord,
Like,
and you would do well
Lord
to not
Max.
say such things.
oh, were you
Don't
scared?
speak. Yes, I'm very scared. Maisie's not a dreadlord. Maisie is over everyone. Maisie's running everything. Maisie's in charge of the
Have
whole
you
thing.
created your own prison of dread?
I didn't
by
create
doing this?
Maisie.
Okay, well, no, but this. We're all so powerless, and now you are too.
Do you like Oksana, London?
I mean, uh, what do you mean?
Do you care for her?
I mean, sure, I'm very invested in her story,
All
but
right,
like,
well-
if she's gonna die, so many of my other characters have died, and apparently I'm gonna die too. So what does this all mean?
If you don't want to moderate your tone with me, she'll die very quickly. You can watch right now.
Oh, you'll just write her out?
Yes, I will. Is that what you want?
Not necessarily.
Phrasing.
all we've ever wanted is you to answer any of our questions.
I've answered all your questions.
No, I know you haven't. I asked you what the point of this whole place is, and you haven't.
It's dread. We've told you that. Your experiments in fear. It was a
But
to what
stupid
end?
idea. Wyna says, actually, and forgive me, Wyna did explain this. I didn't say this in the thing. Wyna will again say, right, well, I mean, it was all how Dr. Partridge thought that it would be more fearful for you to understand how there's no escape for you. If you sort of had a bigger sort of top view picture of how, no matter what happens, there'll just be another sort of life that'll have no means of possible escape.
So essentially, this whole facility is just to find the most efficient ways of generating dread because what Maisie feeds off of it, or
looks like
Oh,
someone hit a nerve.
that's truly above my pay grade. I don't know.
Is it?
That is
It
above
doesn't-
my pay grade, yeah, for
Well,
sure.
speculate with me for a moment.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds good. Yeah, to
Well,
me.
I mean, those guys escaped.
CJ, is it feeding off of your dread too? Because you're very scared right now.
I am.
Okay, so are you feeding whatever this is as well?
I'm a drop in the bucket.
So are
Right.
we.
So are. Mm.
So this is basically just a food factory.
What, Zurich?
Manticore.
I just
Ears
feel less
perhaps.
upset now about all this because he's in the same boat that we are.
Yeah. Looks like we're all in this together, huh? I mean, I know you
It's a
have more power. You
multi-level
can destroy our
marketing
characters.
I feel a little bit worse.
Sorry, Montreal.
We'll get you some
That's rough, buddy.
we'll get you some non-blood food.
Thank you.
So, CJ, why don't we be honest and work together? You're scared. I mean, we're experiencing dread, but what else do we have to look forward to aside from more dread? So we've accepted it. Can you?
I have to look something up in response to this. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Damn. This is such a
Oh, no.
this is such a pregnant moment. I really don't want to have to pause it, but I really have to.
Sometimes you gotta pause a pregnancy. You gotta say, we're gonna pause.
Like a kangaroo.
Yeah, we're gonna say,
Okay.
we're at month 5, and we're gonna stop for a month.
We're gonna take a break.
Yeah, and then we're gonna still be at month
We're gonna
5.
have a
after
pregnant
month 6.
pause.
Our dread baby is the size of a water.
Yeah, so the baby gets extra big. Yeah, it gets so big in that month, but you still count it as month 5,
That's what it was.
right?
What? No, that's what?
So CJ Soot sort of will reply. This is sorry, and to give the context, because the pause happened, they're bad. This was in response to you saying, like, we're all on the same team.
Yeah.
And his response is, go break a heart or your heart will be broken. Go betray a friend or else get betrayed. Grab your chance before it's too late. If you're prideful, you must not be afraid. Better to batter than bend to be beaten. Use your elbows or get jostled yourself. Better to eat than to find you've been eaten. No one cares for you, so care for yourself. As he says that...
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Mhm.
Basically, and as he says that, who was present in that session? Oh yeah, that's right. Montreal. You and London and Zurich
Shit.
have a strange sense of deep familiarity with the words he just said. There's a
In what-
strange connection to what he just said.
I feel like I've heard that before. Is that
Yeah. Make an actually do a detect vibe roll on that.
Ooh. Do I get any advantages? Because I feel like I was Oksana.
You were not.
Oh, damn it.
This a lamp black thing?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Hold on. Let me look at your sheets here real quick. If anybody would get a thing, if anybody would get a bonus. Actually, I believe Moses, you would get 1 bonus,
Oh,
or
I don't know.
rather, yeah, 1 bonus.
for which character?
Darius Calmblood.
Oh.
You were Madam Ether.
Ah.
You were Anders Anderson for this session.
2 3s.
2 3s. So Zurich, did you have a match?
No.
You guys are like, something about it feels familiar, but Montreal, one thing you can sort of say is that you don't think you've heard it, but you felt it before. Ooh, here's what we'll do. Montreal. The word that pops into your head to describe it is that it invokes something in you.
Hey guys, I don't know if it's the blood loss, the cuts in my mouth, but something about what he said. I just feel something other than pain.
Yeah, I recognize it. I don't.
Look, I'm always out of the loop in this damn place.
I know, because
Ew.
he's speaking in riddles, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Listen, CJ, we're trying to work with you. We're going to go on, apparently, or maybe not, but we've accepted that we're either going to experience dread or nothing, so what do we have to lose, aside from helping you help us?
It's a good question. You didn't see him smile because his face is covered in mist, sorry. He'll just say, the point being, I wish you luck. It'll be more interesting that way.
Oh my god, so you're not going to help us.
I don't know if we can.
You're just going to be afraid.
I'm terrified, but the work will continue. I know she wants that. So,
Wait.
take a bit of rest.
Being Maisie?
I'd rest if I were you. We're going to need to watch some footage of the manager sooner than later.
Manager's what?
Managers.
The manager sooner than later.
Dallas. He's the manager. I don't know what that means, but he's special, apparently.
Dallas is the manager of what?
I don't know. The Mist?
It's like a
Is that right, CJ?
CJ walks out.
I feel like I'm trying to finish a jigsaw puzzle with half the pieces.
Wina says, "Oh, well, if you want a puzzle, I actually got one for you. I've been you want to do a puzzle?"
No, and I walk out of the room.
Okay.
Wait.
It's pretty boring when I'm in my room. Can I take it to my
Oh yeah,
room?
sure. Here you go. This
Astrid,
one really
I
made a
mean,
lot of people in
Florence.
the office mad.
Can you help me out?
Yeah, let's
Oh
go,
my
bud.
Yeah, y'all go get a room. While they go get a room, London will go up to Wina and ask, "Are you afraid?"
Well, I suppose I'm, I guess probably. I don't know. Haven't really been thinking about it so much. Mr. Soot seems to think things are pretty bad, so I suppose I should be, but, I don't know. So far, I mean, I've kind of just been doing my job and I've been promoted, so everything seems to be going fine for me so far. So, I don't know. I'll just keep my head down and try to do the work.
Well, do you want to keep the work going? Because you're gonna have to help us stay alive, huh?
Oh right, yeah. I'm the director and I'm the department head of Dread Sub. So yeah.
You
Wait,
said
is someone not
he's
alive?
alive?
No, you're all
No.
fine.
No, but you say, okay.
What? I'm the department head of Dread Subjects. That's how I introduced myself to you.
I know, but
Montreal's
you're-
still doing like shit, so if we could get some sort of health potions for him there too, that'd be great. Like Florence
Oh
says,
no, that's just
as they're
no.
like
That's his.
helping.
I call down to items. That's just the cursed item he has. It's just going to slowly drain his life every time he takes
No,
it
we
off.
took that out of
Yeah, but-
No,
everything.
he knows though.
But it's
he knows
permanently drain his life. Every time he does
Yeah.
it, he'll lose a little more of his soul until it eventually
He
eats it
agreed.
all up. Yeah,
He agreed
He
to
agreed
it.
to it. So yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but
Alright.
maybe if y'all bang, that might help. I don't know.
No,
You do you.
If bang
Until
what?
turn back to
Bang
one.
what? What needs to bang?
I don't know.
Nothing. Just
It's the voluptuous, right?
Truly.
maybe. Why not? Are you going to help us, or are you just going to like observe us being torn apart?
Are you
or
saying I've
whatever?
been spending too much time on me puzzles? Because you're probably right. Yeah. I'll take more interest in my work here. Yeah, I'll try to do that. No problem.
Okay, well,
So
CJ does get
Mr.
shit
Soot
about.
said y'all should rest up for now. That you lot should rest up for now because we're going to be looking in on the manager there.
Why
soon.
not?
So yeah.
We could use a little bit of help. Okay.
London, I don't think they know what to do either. I mean, we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah, we're all kind of just up shit's creek without a paddle at this point.
That's what I'm trying to tell her.
Right.
Do you guys have any Xanax here
Wait,
for
wait.
London?
God, I wish.
Oh, what about that non-fear juice? Do you guys have any of that?
I don't need. There are no animals here
Yeah, no
right now.
animals. What?
I don't like animals. They creep me out. They freak me out. I can't think around. Okay, no, don't bring animals. We need your help though.
Right. I'm telling you. Just go ahead and rest, and we'll help you
You
for the
know
next. What?
Actually, can we get some of that anti-fear juice? Because we are all afraid of things, but
Didn't
can
you
you
read-
modify it to have a sense of self-preservation? Because,
I'm not a chemist. I don't know how to modify potions.
okay, well, don't you have a bunch of interns that do that kind of shit?
You really want an intern?
You want me to?
Chemistry
Sure. If you want me to
alternate?
ask
Look at
an
this
intern
doll.
to start
Never mind. You're right.
Have you seen? Have you seen fucking? And I hold up the what was his name? From the brewery. My character.
Ragdoll or
Yeah,
bar
I
rag?
hold up my ragdoll.
Your
doll.
bar rag
It's like
ragdoll?
ass. Yeah,
You're right.
my
Fine.
ragdoll doll.
Good night, Wina. We're going to rest. And London will turn around and just, like, stomp over to her cabin.
I walk with London. And I'm just like, worst comes to worst, we could just like take our anger out on them and kill them before we get murdered ourselves.
I think we need more weapons and resources to do that. But,
I
yeah.
think we need to learn how to escape the way
Mhm.
they
I don't
did
know
in the
if it-
movie.
Is a way to get out of it.
I mean,
I'm
they
gonna-
did it.
I mean, yeah, but they had a lot of help, and we can't find shit in here.
We got each other.
You're the only one I remember,
Yeah,
Montreal.
my statement stands.
But you guys remember each other more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to see if I can remember better.
A wise call. So as you guys head off,
London will be like, you're right. Can we concentrate on more than one doll at once while we're resting, or just one?
I would make really just one in a rest, but we can
Okay.
discuss if there's one you're trying to go for. But
she will want to focus on Sarah Quill then.
if everybody wants to focus on one doll, you may do so right now. You can all
I don't know
make an attempt at
which
that.
one I would have.
Are you out of dolls?
I don't know like what I would have to use like.
You
like
you
that
could do Scump and
useful.
Bar Rack. You could do one of those. That's like kind of where
Okay.
you're at.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
So everyone just choose one of your dolls that you don't have a bonus for already. And
Shad.
and it's detect vibe unless you'd rather do analyze. We'll mark it like that.
Rather do what?
If you can do an analyze under intellect or a detect vibe under will. So which one are you? So you're gonna do Shadowlade. Go ahead and roll that. Go ahead and roll that, Florence.
How many? It's 4 because I have 4 fate dice.
Yeah, you got four. Oh no, this isn't fate. You're back in Florence. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'll
It's 8.
do.
Yeah,
So
D8s.
8.
So roll 4 D8.
6, 6, 4, 4.
Double sixes. Congratulations. So Shadowlade is Quellenum. You have a +1 in Shadowlade. You remember of Shadowlade. Moses, who are you gonna roll for, or who will Montreal?
I'll do Reginald Smuggles.
Love it. All right, make a analyze is 4 dice. Try that one.
Three threes.
All right. Yeah, you get a Reginald Smuggles. So now you have Reginald and Astrid. So yeah, now that Florence has been tending to you, you're really remembering that cool guy, and what that vibe was. Zurich, who do you want to roll on?
Conrad Bourgeois.
I love it. They're the same for you, so it's just 3d8 either way.
Oh. No. 3 fucking 5s, daddy. 3 5s out of 3 die. Bam.
Bang, Betty.
I
There you
love
go.
Conrad.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow, that was important.
Congratulations, you've got your Conrad.
That was important.
London, you're rolling for
Wow.
Sarah, and I got 2 3s.
2 3s for Miss Sarah Quill. 2 3s. Congratulations. And who are you gonna? Which of your
I
nonsense
actually
people will you? go
realized
for?
I don't have any for Bluff of the Ubi Ubi Swamp. So
Oh.
I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and roll your. Or are you doing detect vibe or analyze?
Analyze because my detect vibe is a 2.
Love it.
I got 2 3s.
2 3s. So that is Blup of the Ubi Ubi Swamp. Yeah, you'll get a. Good old Blup of the Ubi Ubi Swamp.
That was
So,
the Halloween special, right?
Something stupid.
Is it UIBY Swamp?
I think it's like like it's like yeah.
Yeah, it's UIBY.
UI, yeah.
All right, congratulations. You got Blup of the UBs one. So everyone gained knowledge of a doll.
Yay.
Love it. Jakarta gets Blup. London, Sarah. Zurich, Conrad.
That's such a like upsettingly spelled name.
Florence,
Blup of the
Chadley.
UB Swamp.
Blup and Scump.
Montreal,
Blup
Reginald.
and Scump. And Flomp. I also have
You've got
Flomp.
Flomp.
You've got all the names.
Here, hey, this is just for London right here. Hearing all these names going through the halls as a bad little ghost is just a guy. He got out already.
He got out?
But just hearing all these names is just
Oh god.
Scump, Blup, Flompy Flomp, Flomp,
God, go away.
Flomp, Scumpy Scump, Scump,
How did this dude get out?
What?
How did he
call
get
it
out?
Flomp,
How to
bad
kill a
Scump,
ghost.
bad a clump of a Scump. He's a little clumpy Scump with his clumpy Scump Flump.
Is he in my room?
Bluppy Blup Blup. No, he's not.
What
No, he's
the
in our
fuck is
hearts.
this?
He's living rent free in your mind, baby.
Oh!
So, but that being said, so you guys all get a doll. And that kind of happens sort of after this, as you sort of, that's kind of more downtimey stuff, whatever, you all walked out and did that. But we're going to end here as the camera sort of goes back, sort of like, the camera in the room sort of goes back to the screen where you guys have walked out, and as the projector is sort of showing what's happening there for a few last moments. So Dracula sort of looks up and he's kind of cackling. And he says, "So, General Oksana, if you would like to bring your burgeoning army to Darkmoor College, this is where I will be continuing to hold what power I have. We have other allies there, including characters who have been summoned. Wednesday, the Voluptua Bikini Team Dancer, and Naomi.
Okay, I will
The
not
what was it
click
she
on
called? The Visionary? What was the director? What was the photographer's name?
the visionary.
The Visionary. These are my character brides.
And
So,
they will not
in case
be-
anyone has been worried about me, despite everyone else turning to death in mist and going away, I have still been getting it in because I still have these 3 brides. They have succeeded.
I do not need to know of this, but
You
all
do
I
not
need
wish to. You do not wish to know
all
that
I
you're
need to
that
know,
this sort of.
Dracula, with all due respect, is will they follow me if I say that I am under your guidance?
Of course, they will follow my.
Very well, that is all I need to know. I do not need to know of your sexual exploits. Or...
Are you and your beloved Dahlia? Just so I'm understanding, is this an exclusive situation you have?
Yes.
How pedestrian. If only Everett were still around. I have to say, I miss Everett. He had a fun way with his fingers. He would do certain things. What I liked about Everett was you didn't need
With
to.
all due
didn't
respect,
need to beg
Dracula, I
him.
do not need to know this.
He was
I
happy.
do not.
I'd like to know more about it.
Jumping from the background, chewing grass, being like, nice.
I'll tell you all. I can tell you erotic stories
Where
of
do
things
I-
that Everett
I
and
don't
I.
need to
Oksana's just gonna
know.
march away.
Come,
Yeah, sure.
come, my friends, come, my army. And yes, so
Hangnail.
Ranchhauser, let me tell you about something that Everett, it was actually an idea of his. I liked Everett because he would take some initiative, and though I would never let him have enough pumps while we were apart, when we were together, he pioneered a technique called the Hidden Boy Scout. It was perverse even for me.
God! No!
I'm just imagining the 3 Hangnail, Scump, and Ranchhauser just like, oh.
If I had opposable thumbs, I'd take notes.
All right, because you and your 50 kids.
Oh man.
Things get a little boring.
Oksana is just going to yell onward. Trying to.
Yes, General.
There we go.
Dracula, write book you should.
Ah, yes, well, I have many things I need to do, but it is nice to be among children of the night once again.
Huzzah!
Oh, they're not watching us anymore. What a shame.
How do you know when they're watching?
An excellent question, my manticore friend. It is because I will just tell you, I am something called a master mage. I exist in many realms at once, and subsequently I have heightened awareness to what is going on. And
So what you're saying is you just know when people are watching you?
yes, I'm sort of like a reverse Santa Claus situation.
Yes, well, you have heightened awareness to my discomfort. Let's go.
Oh, it's fine.
She's marching on.
Yes. So with thoughts of the hidden Boy Scout in mind,
Legends of the Hidden Boy Scout.
we will call it a wrap there for tonight. Thank you all. Well, that was an exciting episode, and many things happened. And
We all earned a merit badge tonight.
I'm so excited that I got a 13 on that. That was that was the most thrilling thing. I need a dice cam. I wish I could have rolled that and you would just
You do need a dice cam.
Dice cams would be amazing.
I'm glad I was able to get it. I was worried that it was too far over you wouldn't see, but I was so good. Oh, thank you. I'm going to give a special special thank you to Book and Dagger. But also a special thank you to you. I
Good job, Dice.
genuinely love you more than I ever will any woman. Okay. So.
Okay. Dracula spoke of love. This is your love.
It's my true love.
Your true love.
So that was upsetting. Thank you all for watching. Montreal had a rough night. London is at her wits. At her wits end, tits end.
She needs some
And
tea.
meanwhile, please.
Was it?
Tits up from Maisel?
Yeah. What was
Tits
the
up.
other part of it? Just tits. She's
I think it's just
up,
tits up.
ready to go.
But tits up is. I'm
Okay.
saying London is like at her wits end, tits end.
No, I know, but she's also ready to go.
Yeah, I feel like something can go tits up to imply that you've fallen down on your back,
Oh,
right?
no,
But-
But then Maisel is like,
That's
when
like-
Susie's like, tits up,
Yeah.
do it.
But I'm trying to imply that London is
Tits up, what's up?
Yeah, Sophia.
London
for
is-
the win.
London is spiraling, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Ooh,
London's gonna
Dread
make
spiral.
London's gonna make a bad choice soon, and it's gonna be rough.
Well, who knows?
But thank you so much. So that was our little check-in on. I appreciate you guys being Scump, Vratch, Ranchhauser, and Hangnail as well in this system. Sorry to kind of throw these systems in, but a little meta thing is I'm trying to just play a partial session or like a full session between two in all 13 Dreadlands at least once. We have now done 12. As well as we've also done the additional systems like Darkmoor, the Island, and the Dreadland Express. So like we've already now done 15, but we haven't gone to all 13 of the original Dreadlands yet. So there's just one more that we have to do. We have to visit.
I like the new systems. We're keeping dementia at bay by learning new things.
That is actually a great point. And specifically, I will say Fate is a very long-term system. I apologize for not kind of walking you guys through it a little bit, but I think you kind of get... And what's cool is typically if you do this, you actually buy these like specific Fate dice. I don't think I have any handy. I think they're buried in a thing, but they're basically dice that have like plus. It's like two sides are blank, two sides have a minus, two sides have a plus. So you just kind of roll. It's very quick, sort of add together, and it's a very quick system. And you could see how over time having those slots like that. Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, show off the. So that's what Fate dice.
Where did you get those?
01. Oh wait.
I like how you're the only player who wasn't using that thing tonight. You're the only person who had them handy.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Check this out.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, you should have given those to Zurich or to Ranchhauser. But so basically, the idea is it's a very clean system. The aspect we didn't even get into, but basically aspects are things that you like. You're supposed to say like an aspect is like never say no to a fight, or like I'll try anything once. And when you play into those things, you can actually get extra fate points and sort of do stuff. So it's like a very cool system.
Kind of like the Star Trek game kind of has like.
It does. It has those ideals and bonds and things like that, which are always very fun. But it's a fun system, and it is fun for. It's not great for like super long campaigns for this very reason, but it's good for like a 6-part campaign, in my opinion, because I think that's the right amount of space for those skills. where you'll use them when you really need it, but then you become very like, oh my god, I don't want to get rid of my other great result. I need to keep that for something important kind of vibe. So yeah. So cool. Well, thank you guys for playing. That's a little system talk, and yes, we're fighting off dementia by learning new things, like the Hidden Boy Scout. We have some other games on the channel, and wish there was more distance between me saying that horrible thing before moving on to talking about Cantrip Candles. But on Sunday night, we have another game with Cantrip Candles, Lore by Candlelight. It's the Battleborn game, going to be a lot of fun. Join us at 7:30 p.m. Pacific on Sunday. On Monday, we're back with the Dreamlands. I think Blu-ray is going to beat HD DVD because VHS beat Beta the first time. So it seems like the format wars are always going to be real life. We're not having any hypothetical what-if worlds where Beta and HD DVD became the primary. This isn't interesting to anyone on this, I realize. Never mind, we're fine. And then on Wednesday, I think we're back with more Top Flight Tales, probably continuing the Meridian Salvation arc, which, Lauren, I did mention this to you, but they ended, we were in the Versus verse, but now they've moved over to the Princess of Tinnerhall universe, where they're seeing Corinna, which is fun because in universe, those are books written by, someone who then wrote lots of the comics iconically, so it's kind of like they are a connected universe, even though it's a thing that Superstar Comics could actually publish. I'm a nerd. Everyone leave me alone. 1 week from tonight, we are back with session 153. No, tonight's 153. Of session 154 of Blood from a Stone. The week after that is 155. The week after that, on August 2nd, is 156, which is our 12th 13. Our 12th multiple of 13. So lots going to go big there. And then the 13th, I have something very special. And, well, I have something very specific planned. Let's phrase it like that. Very excited. So yes, thank you all so much for being here and playing with us. You can go to our YouTube to watch old episodes, or Discord to interact with us, the wiki to see how these games intersect and interact. I think we have people to thank in chat, right?
Oh, we have people to thank. So first of all, we kicked it off with Book and Dagger, who has been subscribed for 39 months, multiple of 13. And that's why our Dreadmasters 13s counted this evening. Thank you, Book and Dagger.
Yes, so if you follow us for at least 13 months, and then you can torture the players.
Yes, yeah. And every time you hit another 13 milestone, it happens again. Also, Feffy's, I think if I said the name correctly, sorry if I messed it up, followed this evening. Thank you for following. King Bojangles has been subscribed for 3 months. Thank you, King Bojangles, for being here for 3 months. 10 more to go. And Ben Hader, thank you, has been subscribed for 10 months now, and 3 months to go until the 13th month. And then that started a hype train. Our very own The Rose Explodes cheered 100 bits, and then very generous Ben Hader came in and cheered 500 bits. That achieved a hype train level 1, and then Galanorian Saber gifted a tier 1 sub to Midnight Morticia, and then Hype Train 2 level was achieved, and then Ben Hader came and gifted another 5 community sub gifts to complete a Hype Train level 3 at 57%. It was a lot of action. I missed the whole thing happening, and I went back in the chat. I was like, how did I miss all this? And I realized I missed it. Anyway, and then so thank you so much for the generosity. And then 48 minutes ago, we had Moon Human Mix follow the channel as well. Thank you, everyone.
Welcome and thank
Very
you.
Fun. A lot of generosity and kindness.
Awesome.
And we just appreciate you all being here every Friday with us.
It is so appreciated and fun. I am seeing also in chat, tonight is 153. The title, if you're watching this live, is wrong. I will change it for subsequent things. It's 153. It says 152 because I saw in my
Philip,
thing.
you only have 5,000 characters, 320 games to keep track of. Like, what's going on?
Really dropping the ball here.
That's true. I will say that this match really took a lot. I had to hold it in that fire for a long time for it to ignite. So I think it's
like you're like the little matchstick girl right now.
Oh, the little matchstick girl. Oh.
Oh, you're gonna die in the snow also.
No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send kindness to him because he's mad at himself for having the wrong session number on the thing. So
no, that's why he's gonna die.
No, and we're telling him it's fine. We're kind benefactors that are gonna put him in our
I
won't.
Philip is mean to me, so I'm gonna be mean back.
I'm pretty mean to Lauren. But then London's mean to everyone back, so it kind of balances.
Yeah.
It's just
Plus
pain.
Medina.
London and Oksana are a little rude. And Medina's rude too.
Yeah, I think it's actually every character Lauren has is incredibly rude, except for Sarah Quill, the only submissive. So thank you for the only proper one. It's been great. Proper not because submissive is proper. I mean it is. I don't want to get into it. But, the point is that she's the only prim and proper character, Lauren.
Walk that back a little bit harder.
Walk what back? Did I say something wrong? Hidden Boy Scout? Okay, anyway, thank you all for being here with us and for tainting your souls. Or just watching me taint mine. All right, so this is...
Put a taint on a soul.
Put a taint on a soul. Anyway, thanks for gobbling this all up tonight, everybody. Until next time, have a dreadful night. Ooh.